Hi, my name's Juniper and I'm dog daft. That's right, I wrote, starred and presented in To Dog or Not to Dog. Well, it was quite long running actually. It started in January of 1997 and ended its run in March of 1997. What was it about? Basically, to sum it up, I would telepathically match two dogs together based on their profile. How fat they were, if they were male or female, if they were a smoker or non-smoker, if they already had children, and obviously looks come into it as well. But yeah, the ultimate prize was for them to breed together to make the ultimate breed. Actually, I think you'll find it was perfectly above board. I mean, I only had a call from Esther Ranson about 5 times, so it wasn't too bad. Esther, just to let you know if you're watching, it was actually Daisy the Dalmatian that started humping my leg, not the other way around, just to clear that one up between us, if that's okay. Who were the most memorable competitors? There was Tanya, Michelle, Terrell, Clive. Clive had a bit of a gender identification problem. Did they have any backstories? One of them said she was looking to get her confidence back after a pesky 5-year-old snipped off her tail with what he thought was craft scissors. Turns out it was a pair of gardening shears. It was actually a butcher's knife, but we don't tell the kids that. Another one said, my name's Charisse and I like it al fresco, but no, not like that. I just like to lie on the patio like a cat in the sun with my top off. And I'm sure we had one particular time and she was taking French elocution lessons. I wonder what happened to her actually. And one time we had to send one of the male dogs home because he'd actually had the snip. You know, down there. Sorry, to have to explain it any further. And then I'd say, let's find you all girls a hunky stallion. And I'd use my telepathic powers and the dogs would sort of float across the room to each other. And then they'd sort of float around a bit, see if they liked each other. And then they'd go into a corner and start to make love. And then we all waved goodbye to the camera. Did many of the couples stay together? Well, after we'd sent them on a boat cruise around the Isle of Man, obviously it was non-stop, they sort of just parted their separate ways. We did actually have a reunion show quite recently. No, that didn't top in UK prime time, although it was #1 watched in Bulgaria for about 3 weeks, so I mean that has to be something, doesn't it? Why did we go off air? Well, Cilla Black came along and she offered to buy us the rights to the programme, and I got a free dog out of it, so I wasn't complaining. And we just couldn't compete either. I mean, she was offering a free glass of red and white mixed wine, as well as the boat trip around the Isle of Man, so, you know, it was just too hard to match. And since then, yeah, it's just been me and Frank. You're not going to say hello, Frank? He's a bit shy sometimes when he meets new people. If you're good later, Frank, I'll treat you to something. I sleep in the kennel with him overnight, yeah. Just to let you know, I also do private house calls for telepathy, so if you're feeling a bit lonely at night and need some company, I charge £20 an hour, plus £10 if you want a happy ending. And obviously the happy ending's a big hug, of course, because I just love dogs. Frank, what are you doing? Frank, don't do that. Sorry. He's just licking up my thigh and it tickles a bit. Now if you're behaving like that now, I won't be wearing my candy pants tonight, Frank. Is the camera still rolling? I thought we'd finished. I didn't do it. Frank, there are people around. Frank, stop it. Stop it, Frank. Frank, stop. Frank, what are you doing?